Hey everybody, and welcome to a new episode of Near Beer Reviews. So before we dive in and take a look at the alcohol-free beer that we're looking at today, what is a near beer? Near beer is an umbrella term that refers to alcohol-free, or if you prefer, non-alcoholic beer. So in these reviews, I review each beer in 3 categories. We look at presentability, which is to say how the product looks in its bottle or can, and how it appears poured. We then look at price, which is to say the value, the perceived value that you, the customer, get versus the price you paid. Then of course we look at taste, which is a combination of course, the flavour and aromas as well. And then in each of those 3 categories, there is a possible rating, 1 of 3. And so we look at the poor rating, which is the dud rating. We look at the middle of the road, needs improvement, but it's otherwise doing okay. That's the hopeful rating. And then there is the best in class, best it can possibly be, nothing that can be improved, and that is the suds rating. Alright, so what are we looking at today? We're looking at Labatt 0.5 Blue, so Labatt Blue 0.5. Now this is yet another alcohol-free beer in Canada that is made by Anheuser-Busch. Anheuser-Busch is the company that creates Budweiser, and at least in Canada it seems that you cannot avoid the all-powerful orbit of Anheuser-Busch if you're looking at alcohol-free beers. Already on Near Beer Reviews we've looked at the Budweiser Prohibition, we've looked at O'Doul's, and now we're looking at Labatt Blue. So Labatt Blue is a Pilsner, and we'll jump into what that means later on. But let's look at presentability. In the presentability category, the bottle looks pretty nice. It's kind of simple, and as you know I prefer simplicity to complicated. And so what we have is we have this nice blue label, and we have that nice blue Canadian style maple leaf, and I really like the nice hard symmetry on it with the kind of hard shading and hard light that you get, that kind of duality on that image there. And then as it kind of crusts off at the bottom of that maple leaf with the wheat sheaf, a real nice touch that kind of lets you know where beer comes from, you know, with barley, etc. And then we have that kind of repeated again on the ribbon, if you will, around the neck of the bottle. How it appears poured, well, it's kind of a nice soft amber colour, kind of very typical Pilsner. Really nothing to write home about, but it's inoffensive, it doesn't look bad. So for the presentability category, absolutely this has to be a suds rating. Now price, what I brought was a 6 bottle pack, and that was just over $10 with taxes, $10 Canadian. So that works out to be around about $1.75-ish per bottle. That is a pop size bottle, a 330 milliliter, I believe, bottle. So that's actually a very good value for what you're getting. Like if you're looking to go for a night out and you need to be the designated driver, or you're looking for something cheap that you can have for a barbecue, this is absolutely the perfect choice in terms of what you get, your perceived value versus the price you paid. So for the price category, again, we're 100% looking at the suds rating. Alright, and so for taste, let's give it a smell first. So it smells just typical Pilsner smell. It's kind of your very barley, strong smell. Not much else. There's not much of a hop smell, there's definitely no overtones to it. It's just very strong barley smell, very lager, very Pilsner. And then let's look at taste. So again, it's just an inoffensive Pilsner. It's definitely not bad. I'm not a Pilsner fan. I'm more of a wheat beer guy, again, as you know, if you've watched these videos before. And there's nothing to write home about, but it's definitely better than I would expect. From a Pilsner, this is pretty good. It has kind of that kind of barley, kind of creamy malt taste that you get from a lager. It doesn't have any chemical overtones. Sometimes you get this strong chemically taste from a lager or a pilsner, and this does not exist here, so that's another bonus. It's just kind of an inoffensive taste that is just kind of there. Again, that's kind of my problem with pilsner. But if it's kind of for you, if you like lager and pilsner, then this is absolutely perfect. It's a great flavour, if that's your thing. So in terms of taste, if it is your thing, then absolutely it's a suds rating. For me personally, it would be a hopeful, but I'm going to be fair, I'm going to say suds. So overall rating for the Labatt Blue 0.5, the overall rating would have to be, for me, just because it's so good value, such good value, and it's so good if you're looking for something that's dependable, you know, a really reliable option for when you have to be a designated driver, or if you're going to have some summer barbecues. I'm going to say suds. For me, however, if I was to put it in A to F rating, I'd be looking at a B-, and that is because Pilsner doesn't really do anything for me. Alright, so that is the review of Labatt Blue 0.5. Next up, we're going to be looking at Erdinger alcohol-free Wiesbrau. So that's Erdinger alcohol-free wheat brew or wheat beer. So as you can tell, I like wheat beer, so this is going to be a favourite of mine coming up. Alright, thank you.
Like, share, subscribe.